Hola, minasan! Welcome back for another round of research reaction. That's why we're gonna do some research and reacting to Port by the Sea from Jordan Whitman and Portside Studios. This is an animated pilot, which came out 4 months ago and got 711,000 views, which is pretty impressive for 4 months. We're gonna see what they got to offer, what the potential is, what kind of world they got going on here, what type of story they're leaning into. We're gonna figure out what they bring to the table here in the world of storytelling and world building. So let's not waste too much time and let's get reacting. Through the smallest holes in the fabric of reality, a fable is whispered about a secluded world and the creation of mortal life. A giant marble. The fable speaks of four great titans whose images and likenesses were reflected in the mortals they made as hieroglyphs. Yet one day, the titan of the ocean, Tiamat, sought to claim mortals for himself and drown to the rest of the world within his domain by sitting on it and teabagging. Tiamat's destruction for mortals became so vast that the other three titans resorted to sacrifice themselves to create a prison for him. The moon, where the Nazis are. However, ... what havoc would spread should the moon break? Who would fix the wrongs of the past? And what ancient evils would awaken? His name is Doctor Who, and that egg contains a creature. This is merely a fable, though, and surely it has no bearing on the events to follow. ... Right? Mine. Who crapping on me? I'm a bird. You don't crap on me. Port by the Sea. I knew I should have bought that compass from Johnny Depp.
Find and hook the piece. I can't see anything yet.
Hello, children. Where my 350?
Oh no. I'll do it myself.
No! Nice shot, Jackson. That's it. I'm going back to Krabby Patty.
Throw Jolly Roger at that thing, Umi.
He was the only thing left. How come you can't have a normal pet like a dog?
Everyone knows behind all great men are their timeless crabs. Besides, Jolly can be plenty helpful in situations. You'll see.
Dang, I'll be back in my 350.
Well, it's gonna be hard tracking that again.
It'll be even harder with the boat like this.
No, Tuggy.
We'll need a shipwright for this one. To the town.
To town.
Excuse me, we just got into town. Do you know of a shipwright or anyone who could help fix a boat?
Oh, hello, dearie. A shipwright, you say?
Huh?
Death.
Sorry, I'm afraid this town won't be much help. It's a small place. I think the inventor up the hill may be your best chance. He's a nice man, but hasn't shown much of himself for a while. Oh, I fear the worst.
That's okay. He should be enough. Port, we can't be reckless with the money we have.
Kind of
And
name
if
is
you
Port.
have candy, you're just going to get distracted, and we need to stay focused.
But Umi, if I don't get the candy, then I'll just be thinking about it all day. And then I'll be bugging you about it, and then neither of us will be focused.
Fine. But you have to save it, and no snacks in the next town.
No Krabby Patty, no Krabby Patty. Oh my gosh, this screams. This reminds me of Zelda. Remember in Zelda Breath of the Wild, you got the town below, and then you had to go up to the giant tower with the with the lighthouse where all the inventions going on. He thinks this was inspired. So far, it's cute. So far, it's cute. You know, the crab, the destruction, the adventurers. Nice establishment of the characters. Actually, you know, they're seafaring adventurers. They're out to look for things. You know, the town is very nicely done. You know what I'm saying? It's very unique. The very nice characteristics of each building gives a nice little character. That is a very odd looking hill, I could tell you that much. But hand drawn. I'm curious if this is hand drawn because it's moving very nicely. The animation is flowing very nicely. It's very cartoony. So it's not taking itself too seriously. I hope it's not dark and brooding. The cinematography on this one is really nice. You got the dark clouds with a little bit of a sun beaming off an area. That's actually pretty interesting because this is what we would see sometimes when with the weather. We get that nice lighting, you know, the light clouds in the distance and the dark clouds above, and then look, you got the whole, and then you get that one shining sunlight breaking through the clouds. Very cool. I like that. You know, I like that. Sauron spots them.
Do you think anyone's home?
A light's on, so that's pretty much the rule.
And it worked in Breath of the Wild. Girl Scout cookies.
Hello?
My Bonnie lies over the ocean. Please bring back my Bonnie
And
to
Clyde.
me. Oh my. I wasn't aware I'd be having guests today.
We saw a light on and your door was open. A lady from the town said you could help fix our boat.
Oh, I haven't made, let alone fixed anything for quite some time now.
Why not?
Well, I used to make all kinds of things for my wife and myself. But ever since the shatter occurred, I lost my Bonnie, along with almost all of my work that night. It hasn't been the same. Even my melodies have gone stale.
Maybe you should
So,
tune the
if you
piano.
were to find your Bonnie again, do you think things could return to normal?
Of course. But I just don't see that happening now.
We can help you find Bonnie.
Port, you don't know that.
The girl is right, boy. I doubt there's much to find at this point.
Well, you haven't had us around, and we're great finders. Huh? Huh? Huh?
If we discover something, will you fix our boat?
I suppose, if you manage. But the porch was broken outward, and I've checked the shoreline. There's not much point.
That's okay. Come on, Port.
Okay, bow. Where's Starbird?
He said he scanned the place for his wife, but I doubt he checked the caves. Most people neglect chasms like these.
You really think his wife's in there, Umi? It seems tight.
If the tide is high and the current is strong enough, it could take anyone deep within, no matter their size.
Umi, have you seen that thing? I couldn't even fit in there if I tried.
It would work, Port.
It's
I mean, if I can fit
minuscule.
inside, I
I
can't
don't even
believe
think
you're
Jolly could get
arguing
in
with me
there.
about physics.
Umi,
You
I mean,
barely
I know
even
I've been
passed
running a
math,
lot.
and you
There's
only...
no way that
No,
I'm
I
gonna be
know
able to
I'm
fit in
right.
that tiny
You
little
barely
space.
even
That's
passed math, and you
ridiculous.
only passed...
I gotta do my job all to myself. Dang kids. Why do I gotta be the adult in this room? Now there's that blood again. Ooh.
I'll just go inside and show you it's completely possible.
Who threw that crap at me? They have achieved Hashira status. They got one show.
So much for that.
At least we have some more candy to distract us.
Where'd you get that?
Oh, Jolly was carrying it. He must have found some in the cave.
You don't know where that's been.
I
Kid.
doubt imps would go into town to get just candy.
Those are
Something
imps.
tells me that
Okay.
old lady might be hiding something.
Flesh.
And may have something to do with all of this.
Not as sweet as her candy, and rotten to the core like the bad apples she uses.
What?
She has a pining for murder, and we should look into it.
Huh, yeah, maybe.
Those candy are people. I'm calling it now. The candy are people. She made candy out of people. It's Soylent candy. She's got Soylent food everywhere. She's probably even got that Soylent mask and that Soylent teapot. Everything is Soylent. I'm calling it. She ain't just feeding them to the imps. She's turning them to food and feeding them to the imps. That's where Bonnie is at.
Let me handle this. Hello again. Could you...
Where were you on the night of the shatter?
Oh my, who?
Did you feed Bonnie to the imps? You ground her up into candy, didn't you? I should have seen it sooner. That way you leave no crumbs behind.
Port, we can't just...
Wait, the stains. You already have another fresh victim, don't you?
Port.
Oh no, I ate the candy!
Port.
You sick monster!
Port!
Grandmama, I fixed the tear in our jelly preserves. I do hope people will enjoy it just the same.
Ah.
Oops.
Now listen here, you two. My poor old ears couldn't fathom the words you just said. And if they could, I'm almost certain my tiny little heart would shrivel and die. Now, what exactly are you yelling about?
We found your candy in an imp cave around the inventor stuff. Do you know anything about Bonnie's disappearance?
Yeah! Spill the beans!
Oh, sweet little Bonnie. Well, since the shatter, things haven't been quite right. You can ask anyone in town, they'll tell you the same thing. All
Get out.
of this is because of...
Death, lingering in all the latest shipments. But if I could give any headway about Bonnie, it would be
6 feet underground and I hit the pipe. My guess is it's all
The
tied
wordplay.
The end of a rope just hanging there. All this
My
sewing
God.
for nothing. No wonder it all fell.
Straight to hell. It was
Whoa.
the only way the bread could get made. However, sometimes we all just ended on it.
The graveyard. My gosh. That was good. That was good
This is the
wordplay.
last place in town, and everything brought us here. If she's not here, we're done, Port.
Everyone let us here. The Gravekeeper is the one with all the answers we need. I know it. We owe it to these people to help after what we did.
They're
We
dead.
don't owe them anything, Port. What happened wasn't all our fault. And helping one person won't save the rest. We just need our boat fixed.
Well, if that were the case, then we wouldn't be here. I can hardly see anything.
The Gravekeeper must be nearby somewhere. This place isn't that big. Hello?
Quiet! We're sleeping. Dang. Oh, little Susie's diaper bear.
Hey, are you the Gravekeeper?
Some call me that, but you can call me Ankle.
That's
Ankle.
a weird name.
And you're a weird boy.
Hey, good little
We were
Susie.
told you knew something about Bonnie's disappearance.
I know everything about that. And I know that no Bonnie has ended up here.
Whoa.
Sorry to waste what time you have left.
Hey!
Oh, that was a good one.
Help us! Everything led us to this place!
Life is full of dead ends. One day, you'll run into your own.
Dang.
Come on, Port. Let's head to the pier. We can fix the boat ourselves.
I'm not giving up Yoshi to you.
I know, Jolly. I just feel bad about it all. Maybe there is no point to this, like Umi said.
Oh, stop my being. It's time for my 350. At 350.
Thanks. This was a lot of help.
Dang it, Johnny Depp's acting up again.
Port!
Where am I 350? Oh, there's his 350. Oh. Cool, a pipe. Oh.
Wait, Umi! Hey!
You anime me? How dare you? Oh, your mariachi singing is really making me. Wow, simple creature.
Knew what?
Quick.
Found her!
Found who?
Bonnie!
Hey, Port. Before we go in, I just wanted to say, good job for sticking to it. You too, Jolly. I know if it were just me, I'd have already left. But I think maybe saving one thing can make a whole difference.
It certainly made our day a lot different.
It did. However, I think it'd be best not to mention the piece of moon to the inventor. This place should stay simple.
Way too simple. The whole fish thing. I was expecting a person. They better explain that. That was very fun. That was cute. That was cute. Dealing with the giant serpent thing like that. It turned out to be a fish. Very, very interesting world so far. Creatures that eat flesh. Creatures that morph from fish to serpent like a freaking Pokemon. I mean, they literally caught a Magikarp and fought a Gyarados. But it went backwards. I don't know. So far, it's interesting. So far. The Triforce.
I wouldn't call this place simple, but okay. We did it!
Huh? Bonnie? How?
We just asked around and finally got where we needed to be.
Also, if this is Bonnie, where is your wife?
Oh, here! I think this is yours.
Ah.
Well, I certainly owe you two for all you've done. Why don't you stay for a meal? And I'll get started on your boat first thing.
We're gonna cook this fish and you're gonna enjoy it. Ah, the water's burning me. I'm just a son. Let's eat the kid. Yeah. I will kill them all, and none will be mourned. Tugger. Oh, it's time to go fighting around the world. Oh. Fort by the Sea. A Wes Anderson animation. Written, directed, and created by Jordan Witten. Good job. Good job. Port and Jolly Roger. Elizabeth Maxwell's Umi. McCormick, Aaron Hansen. I'm very curious.
She's free as the breeze when it tickles your back like the heavens are calling your name to say there's no other way to go, no better day. I got a straight.
Oh yeah. Oh, yep, straight cannibalism. Yep, the show has cannibalism. Some nice songs. You gotta break out of that bottle in 60 seconds or saw their legs off. Look, the moon is falling! Yo, support these guys. Support these guys. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all, actually. Kept it nice and simple, compact. Just gave us a simple little plot, you know, a little mystery, finding the missing Bonnie. And in the process, showed us how the world works, establishing the world rules and the tone. Which is very, very cute. It's a very cute tone. Looks like they're gonna, they're seafaring adventurers. I'm not sure if they're gonna return back to this town though, but it looks like they, like there's a setup that they're going to use the town as their headquarters, but they're completely new to the whole place, which is actually good because as viewers we get to see it with fresh eyes through their eyes, how fresh it is. They got good distinct personalities. A nice little establishment with regards to the Fable and Tiamat and teabagging the whole of the world, which is not bad. It's pretty cool because established that that there's lore right off the bat, that this world has lore. It's all a fable, but it appears that's going to be true, and somehow, you know, this fable is tied to the moon, which basically was where Tiamat was contained, but then it broke, which begs the question: is he running around the world or something? But as they said, it's just merely a fable. But what does that mean? And so, these kids brought darkness with them. Hands down, they brought darkness with them. They took on the Loch Ness Monster, who wanted his 350. And used Jolly, the little crab, which is kind of cute, you know, a crab pet, you know what I'm saying, sentient crab pet. There's benefits to having a crab, you know what I'm saying, especially if he can cut rope. The drawings are okay. The artwork is fine. You know what I'm saying, for the tone that it's going with. It's established that it's pretty. I don't know. It's pretty mysterious. It reminds me of Over the Garden Wall. it kind of reminds me of Over the Garden Wall. We got two intrepid adventurers. Only instead of two brothers stumbling into a world, we got these pair here in search of something, because the compass is leading them to something, but they're gonna find themselves in different locales. But this seems like it could be either their point of origin for every adventure, or it's going to be a recurring place. Like we'll see them traveling around for like an arc, and then they come back to here, for a respite, some rest and relaxation. The townspeople so far, we've only met a few, which is good. We met a few townspeople. Most likely they're gonna do a lot of interactions with. They got their mechanic, their ship rebuilder guy. They got the old lady that'll give them food. The gravekeeper, Ankle, who's freaking eldritch, and could possibly be Tiamat. He could be Tiamat. I don't know. He could be Tiamat. But the compass didn't react to, didn't trigger a reaction, so he might not be something of significance. Very curious, though, as to what that compass really is for. I guess, I guess they're trying. I guess they were going for a show don't tell. Jordan Whitman was going for show don't tell. I think in this instance, we should have gotten a little tell regarding the compass. If not, saying at least in terms of functionality. We don't need the mystery of it. Just saying, like, he leaned into the show, but I feel like it didn't elaborate enough. It only pointed to the serpent, the Loch Ness monster, and they were able to solve the mystery. If that's what it is, then it's fine. But I feel like that was too vague. You know what I mean? I feel like it might be a little too vague. And we don't even have the name of the compass. We just know it as the compass. Even just the name alone. If it was like, say, the myth compass, that's it. You know what I'm saying? We know that they're looking for something of myth, something, or if it's called the fable compass, then it's looking for something of the fable. Like, if we'd have gotten the name of the compass, that would have told us everything without having to break the show don't tell element. And we could have gotten through the show how it operated, which we did. I would have liked to have gotten the name of that compass, and it would have given me an idea, and it would have told me everything I needed to know as to what it is and what it's meant to do and what it's supposed to do, and that would have been pretty good. That would have been pretty good without giving away too much and telling too much. It would have just been a piece of information that was needed. This little compass here, this Johnny Depp compass. Yeah. Very vibrant characters. Good variety of characters. We got a tall shipbuilder with his deaf mute wife, I guess. I mean, she doesn't seem to be. She's partially deaf, totally mute, which is very cute. I didn't catch on to it because we got some good red herrings, very good red herrings, because I really thought that was blood. I thought like Port, the old lady did it, and she sent everyone to the imps, and this poor woman was the one who got killed and everything. But no, it turned out to be the fish who got transformed, which is very fascinating because the thing that was connected to the fish turned out to be a shard of the moon. Now it makes sense. The compass is looking for the shards of the moon. Okay, I got it all pieced together now. Okay, I pieced it all together now. It's searching for the shards of the moon, hence why it was pointing at the serpent, because he had a shard of the moon connected to his neck. Okay, there we go. All right. Like I said, it took a while to connect the dots there. It should have been called the moon compass right off the bat. Or a shard compass. Something. You know what I'm saying? Just didn't have to spell it out. The name alone would have explicitly made clear. But so they're looking for the shards of the moon. Very interesting. Very interesting. my man here, my man Ankle, is some crazy stuff here. He's just collecting. He's collecting dead people's belongings and everything. Where is it? Is it this here, where he shows off his Eldritch? No, is it? Or is it just back a little bit more? It was around here somewhere. He was doing his Eldritch shtick. Let's see here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Woo! What an image. What an image. I like that. I like this because it shows that the world does have has mythical properties to it. Not just only the serpent, but with people as well, and that's pretty good. So it shows that there's a variety of creatures, variety of people, variety of characters, but it maintains the fantastic, which is pretty good. Fish bones in the skull. What his motive is, we don't know, but he's got motives, and that's pretty cool. Still, I really like this, how he's presented here. I really do like how he's presented here. So, yeah, motivation is a little lacking on the kids there. We just know that they're looking for the shards, but we don't have the why part. So hopefully if this gets greenlit for a season, for season 1, we'll get all those answers here. But in terms of presentation, this is actually pretty good. You know what I'm saying? The animation looks hand drawn. Let me know in the comments if this is hand drawn. But this is really more of establishing the world build, and that's pretty cool. What the world would look like, what the characters would be like, the chemistry between the main characters, the personas and so on, and that there's a bigger world involved here, which is great. And I'm very curious as to what other islands they'll go to. I just hope it doesn't get contained in this island. You know what I'm saying? I don't want this contained. I don't want to see it contained in this island. Even though there's a whole lot of things going on, I would rather see them at the very least go to other islands, whether it's neighboring islands or further islands, or go do an arc and then they come back to this island. Like if this is just a point of origin. Where they go from point A to point B, like this is like their little headquarters where they return to restock, supply, and everything. And then we get an arc with them going out there. That's pretty good, but it would be very much a missed opportunity if it stays contained on this island and goes Gravity Falls, like staying self-contained. I'd rather see the world at large, especially since they got to look for these moon shards. They're looking for these shards of the moon. And that means they gotta travel from place to place. So it'll be fascinating. It'll be fascinating if this is gonna act as a central hub, for them to disembark from and head off after resupplying. And maybe the occasional something big happens on the island too. You know what I'm saying? They gotta deal with the issue on the island. Like what they showed here with solving Bonnie. But it would be a really missed opportunity at a great world build if they don't do seafaring adventures and get off the island from time to time. So yeah, this is this is something that could be pretty good. The characters were not grating; they were not annoying. They had a good chemistry with each other. Good communications. Port is a little on the wacky side. Umi is straight laced. Interesting thing though is that they're not. Is that neither of them fight. I don't know if that's that's what's gonna happen in the season. If they're gonna do fist fighting or something, but it seems gonna be more like using tools and such, or traps and everything, and that'd be cool. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Shows inventiveness and intelligence. You know what I'm saying? To outsmart and outwit the enemies, rather than just throwing a punch. That'll be a good change of pace for viewers who are watching a lot of these animations and such. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, support these guys. Support these guys. This has potential. Jordan Whitman and Portside Studios Portside Studios. They got lore. They got a world build foundations for these things. There we go. Portside Studios. There we go. So they established their characters. They established the lore, which is very interesting, and they established the foundations of the world build with the mythicism, the characters and the characterizations, and the fantastic beasts. You know, the beasts, the fantasy beasts. It's all there. The foundations are nicely laid out, and I think if done right, this could be a good series. So yeah, support Portside Studios. So make sure to check them out in the links below and everything, and enjoy everything that they do. All right, so comment, like, subscribe, follow. You want to, and head on over to Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com and grab yourself a copy of The Impossible Man, a strange fantasy novel written by me. You'll find a link down below, along with links to other merch such as t-shirts, stickers, pins, music. Enjoy them all. Thank you for your patronage. And if you are interested, you can join me. Here we go. Join me on my live multi-stream on Twitch and Kick Monday through Thursday, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and catch all this cool stuff live. I look forward to seeing you there. So until the next research reaction, thank you all for joining me, and I wish you all a good night, buenas noches, and oyasumi nasai.